Caterpillar employees devote a lot of time to their jobs, and that hard work is necessary in order to achieve our company's strategic goals. However, maintaining a work-life balance is important, which is the main reason why many people take up various hobbies during their time away from work. But how many of you do this on your day off? Kurt Thiel is the EAME and CIS Regional Manager for Caterpillar's OEM Solutions Group. A 29-year Caterpillar veteran, he manages a team of 6 people who sell CAT components and partial machines to other original equipment manufacturers. And when he's not busy on the job, you can sometimes find Kurt behind the wheel as an endurance race car driver, which can mean up to 8 hours of driving in a single day. So why does he do it?
Racing is, for me, it's always been a passion, but it's also become over the years, this is going to sound funny, a way to relax. For me, when I go for a race weekend, I have to shut everything out. Business, family, you name it. You got to be totally focused. And so running over the course of the weekend, you're really totally absorbed by what you're doing. So you're shutting it out. At the end of the weekend, I come home energized. So it's I think anyone that does sports can relate to that.
Kurt spent his childhood years in Switzerland, Germany, and Sweden. His father worked for Caterpillar in the EAME region for about 18 years, most of those years as a sales rep, before leaving in 1970 to start his own business. He also did a little bit of racing on the side, and that's how Kurt was first exposed to the sport. And while he originally thought that he might pursue a career in motorcycle racing, he decided at the age of 24 to compete at a race car driving school near Paris, simply out of curiosity.
I wanted to see what kind of capabilities and potential I had as I became a working age. Drove me to sign up for the racing school in France. And that's really when it took off. But yeah, and I've always interested in things of speed.
And that experiment went pretty well, as Kurt went on to win the first race in which he competed in 1979. And in the decades that followed, he has competed in approximately 300 races, resulting in a number of victories and close finishes. But despite loving the thrill of the sport, the demands of life and family have kept Kurt's racing ambitions limited to a sideline hobby of 2 or 3 races per year. But he says that the principles of success that he has learned in racing easily correlate to success in the business world at Caterpillar.
You got to decide early on what your strategy is, and in business today, if you can be ahead of your competition, well, you reap the benefits of it. So that interaction between every element of the team, the material or the equipment, the car that you have, the budget, so that you can make sure that you have all of the other spare parts, tires, all that. It really requires very careful planning, clearly established processes, and some very well-defined objectives. And you can relate that back to business very easily.
Kurt and his fellow driving teammates just completed their latest race at the 24-hour event in Dubai, finishing 4th in their class. But at 58 years old, how much longer can Kurt endure this extreme sport?
I won't say it's at 65 or 67. The way I sell it to myself, it motivates me to stay in shape. I'm able to clock the best times still today, usually as my team drivers. Often I'm the one doing the qualifying for the pole position. So as long as I'm able to perform at that level, keep going.